Will Bruce Wayne be willing to risk it all if it means finally defeating Failsafe and protecting his friends from the robot's rampage? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman 130 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Batman had been blasted out the airlock of the Watchtower and was slowly but surely beginning to die in the cold vacuum of space. What follows is probably one of the most high-octane, exciting, and creative escapes from certain death that I've seen a comic book character pull off in a very long time. You see, first things first, Batman uses some of the gas in his gas-powered grappling gun. Yes, that is actually the power source. I know it doesn't get brought up nearly as much, but it's true, to aim himself onto one of the falling Watchtower crafts. From there, he cuts the ship open and steals a little bit of oxygen to keep himself alive. It still might not be enough, though, but luckily Batman has trained his body to such a point wherein he can actually regulate his own breathing, so he doesn't need as much oxygen as a regular person. And Batman's going to need literally every minute he can possibly get his grubby little hands on if he hopes to re-enter Earth's atmosphere, which he plans to do, well, the old-fashioned way, by just kind of aiming himself and hoping for the best. Now, we all know the bat suit is a miracle marvel of engineering that can withstand bullets, knives, superpowered punches, that sort of thing. But did you know that it can also withstand the immense heat that comes with re-entering Earth's atmosphere? Now, while the suit can do all of that, sadly Batman's oxygen can't do the same, and as such, he has to really MacGyver his way out of this situation. And oh my god, do I friggin' love the solution that Zdarsky comes up with here. You see, Batman takes his trunks on the outside and uses it to create an airtight seal, keeping the air in and keeping him alive. Yeah, checkmate, deriders of the trunks. If Batman didn't have his underwear on the outside of his clothes, he literally would have died right now. Now, Batman managed to aim himself exactly at the Arctic and Superman's Fortress of Solitude. The plan is to check on the Man of Steel and Robin to see how they're getting along. Clark has recovered from his grievous injuries, but unfortunately he's still not back to full strength just yet. Batman hopes that Superman can buy him just enough time so that he may be able to complete the weapon that is going to take Failsafe down once and for all. Superman and Failsafe do get their rematch, the Man of Steel opting to don a very cool-looking Kryptonian battle suit. Unfortunately, Failsafe has learned a lot about Kryptonians from Bruce, mainly that even they have their own pressure points that can be exploited. Superman ends up shooting himself in the face with his own heat vision, taking him out of the fight. Thankfully, though, Clark gave Batman just enough time to complete his ultimate ace in the hole, a special computer virus that, when uploaded inside Failsafe, courtesy of that little hole that Batman managed to blow in the deadly robot at the end of the previous issue, will actually upgrade Failsafe's own systems in order to, get this, actually make it so Failsafe is capable of having his own sense of conscience. Yes, that's right, the only way to beat Failsafe isn't to beat him at all, but to make him feel bad enough to stop. And I mean, it makes sense to hear Bruce explain it. Failsafe is basically all the worst parts of Batman made manifest: his paranoia, his obsession, his untrustingness, but perhaps the only true way to bring the robot down is to make the robot, well, more human and fallible. Bruce can't do it alone, though, as he says Failsafe was designed for the sole purpose of taking down Batman, but he's never fought a Batman and Robin team at their full strength before. In fact, it's in this story that Batman actually gives Tim Drake one hell of a compliment as a Robin, saying that when they fight side by side together with each other, they're in complete unison. Unlike, say, Dick Grayson as Robin, who was a big fan of improvisation, or even someone like Jason, who never really practiced that much to begin with. Together, the united dynamic duo managed to do damn near the impossible and upload the virus into Failsafe. The robot leaves the fight, but our heroes both know they're going to have to bring this thing in anyway, because Lord knows it can't just rampage around anymore. They also can't be certain how quickly this compassion upgrade is going to work. A cornered Failsafe ends up pulling a laser gun on Batman and Robin. And it's right here that an interesting thing happens. The book remembers that weird Joker nightmare from the very beginning of the book, wherein Batman feared losing his closest friends and family. Fearing that this moment really is his nightmare coming to pass, Batman actually jumps in front of Tim and takes the laser blast. Understandably, Tim is horrified, saying that that virus was supposed to teach Failsafe compassion, only for the robot to say, "This is better, this is compassion." So yeah, Batman's dead, huh? Only not really, because as the comic comes to a close, we can see a broken, beaten, and bloody Batman somewhere else. Which Which, this certainly wouldn't be the first time that Batman got hit by a laser and everyone thought he was dead. And who are we kidding, it probably won't be the last either. And so that was Batman number 130, everybody. And I gotta say, Chip Zdarsky really did impress me here with his first Batman arc. Not only did we get a great little focus piece on Bruce Wayne, one that shone a light on some of the less than heroic aspects of his personality, but we also got a very sprawling story that touched on just about every corner of the main DC universe. A story that I think greatly succeeds in reminding all of us reading that a Batman story can, well, literally be anything. It can be several different genres at once. It can jump back and forth. It can be happy. It can be sad. It can be action-packed. It can start in the alleys and back rooms of Gotham City and end with the Dark Knight literally careening out of space and into the Arctic to fight a killer robot. And you know what? Things like that are why I love Batman, because he is just so endlessly adaptable. He can be everything to everyone and yet not change himself at all. It's kind of amazing. That's his real power as a character, isn't it? Batman truly can do it all, and you know what? I can't wait to see what Chip Zdarsky has next for Batman. Overall, I'd give this one a very well-deserved 9 out of 10. Good stuff.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.